Jill's radio show.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, my listeners. I'm back. I hope everyone's going well right now. Just my morning meditation. I'm on a new 30-day affirmation challenge at the moment. I feel really great, and I just thought it's Monday morning. 22nd of August 2022 at 8:26 a.m. You know, all right, the weather right now is 7.5 degrees Celsius. It's going to be sunny today, partly cloudy. Feels like 6.9 degrees Celsius, a top of 22 degrees Celsius. 0 to 1 millimeter of rain today, mostly sunny. 0 kilometers hour of wind right now, 0 kilometers hour of gust, 99% humidity, 0% millimeter rain since 9 a.m. yesterday. Fire danger as well, low to moderate fire danger rating. That's good. We want it even lower, and yeah, I'm always fascinated with the weather. I was watching GB News last night. I was just watching. It's pretty good actually how they talk about weather a lot on GB News. You know, it's one of those factors that you have to consider in is weather, I guess. And it's like, when you get out on a nice sunny day, like yesterday, I went for a nice little afternoon walk just to get out of the house, to get that oxygen into my brain, because you need oxygen. Oxygen is very important in life, especially it's like doing affirmations at the same time is very important. Think about it like this. Yeah, you got to look at it. How to, live the best life that you want to live for the rest of 2022. You know that. I mean, it's like no matter how many failing of our world leaders out there, mosquito at this time of the morning in cold weather, that's weird. Yeah, no matter how many failures, you are out there, it's it's one of those things. We just gotta, manifest the best life that we ever want for 2022. As I'm recording the show for my amazing wisdomers right now, I'm so happy that I got rid of this little shit. So happy that I was able to basically, I just published issue 2 of Crazy Universe, my comic on Webtoon comic. It's on my Medium profile too, for all my listeners out there who prefer Medium. That's fine. They're all good platforms. But I've been doing. I just finished part 3 of The Whole World Has Gone to Shit. Part 3, I just finished, which is pretty. Yeah, I was just explaining how all world events have been very hard on people these days. But I always take the time out of my day to go and manifest best life that I want to live in 2022. And so should you. So should you. Live your life with the best soul's true purpose and abundance, love, success, and, prosperity, basically. Prosperity is important, you know. And that's how I feel. That's how I've always felt during this time. You know, it's yeah, all about getting out there, getting yourself out there and out of your comfort zone. Knocking on those doors with prospecting too is very important. When you're prospecting in business, your first year of business, you're always scared all the time. You're very shy to pick up the telephone. But however, once you start building momentum, like you got to build a thick skin in your life. Sometimes you will get a few nasty prospects who will be rude to you, but you just gotta you know, you just gotta move on, I guess, and find, well, what is your soul's true purpose and desire for manifestation in 2022. As I am recording this show right now and looking at ways that I can improve myself for the desire of my success in life. So I want to know if there's anyone listening right now who'd like to come on stage, share their manifestation stories on the Stephen Chills radio show, and you know, well, if not, you're just listening in. This is how I record the podcast, and basically, this is what I do. This is how I keep busy during hard time as well with social audio. But definitely check out the comic book if you can. Give it a read. Always open to any reviews as well. I've got a new single that I published called Creation of the Universe that is available. It is available on Pond 5 and Motion Elements for royalty-free use as well. I think it's available on Spotify as well, which is good. And Bandcamp, I encourage people to buy the track and download it forever on Bandcamp. all the links will be in the description as well. And all today's sponsors of the podcast will be in the description to check out. That if I can help anyone make life easy for themselves, I will definitely do that to help you become and manifest the best content creation that you can manifest in 2022. I mean, it is a very hard world out there, guys. And finding a niche in life, it's taken me, I would say, about 2 years roughly to find my niche in what I do in life. You know that? And I'm always improving myself, like getting better. Like you gotta keep refining your craft and getting better, because like I said, one day, we leave this earth, we're not gonna be around anymore. We gotta do what we can before we die. Pretty much is how I see it. So I do all the content creation that I can do before I will, move, pass away, basically. Hi, Sonia.
Hey, Stephen. I
How
just
are
want to come
you?
up. I'm good, good. Just want to come up and say, congratulations on the print. That's wonderful. So you publish your
Thank you. I'm
comic.
always open to any feedback of my new comic book series as well.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I gotta, yeah, certainly dig into that. That would be
And
cool.
how you
I,
been since
I,
I last had you on the show?
yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
And what have you
Yes,
been up to yourself?
I've been busy. I mean, keeping things, and of course, with same thing with you. I am writing a book, so it's something that has been in the works for a little while. But
Awesome.
fine tuning things in the background, and of course now finding out how to publish all of those things, right? So
Yeah, I look forward to reading your new book.
yes, I will let you know. It would be
Yeah.
cool though. I mean, it's something that I have always enjoyed writing, and takes quite a bit, right, in terms of introspection and also some research and all of these things, right? So it's not just you know just something that you thought about, although in terms of being creative and stuff like that is a different section of things, right? Non-fiction. It's
So
different.
you're writing a fiction book. That's amazing.
Well, no, I mean it's not quite a fiction, but yeah, I mean eventually down the road I will do that, but this one is something personal that I want to get it
Mhm.
out, right? So yeah, it's been in the works for, of course, my whole life. But here we go, right?
Mm.
And of course, I was just looking at some of the titles here. I miss, of course, Howard's talk, but yeah, we'll have a look at that as well. So how have you been? I like music wise, and of course, you're talking about business and finding your niche and that
Mm.
sort of thing, right?
Just
And
published a new single called
yeah.
Creation of the Universe.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
I'm very happy how that turned out.
Is that on your YouTube or on your? You mentioned Spotify and everything else. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's right.
On Spotify, it's on Bandcamp and
Mm-hmm.
the royalty-free libraries.
Mm-hmm.
So I put all the links in the show notes when this episode airs. Yeah, that was I worked quite hard on that because as a songwriter composer, you're always looking at ways to improve your work and make it better than the last album.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, like I've known you since, of course, you came into wisdom. So it's been a while, and I know that you're always working on something. So you know, it is different, right, in terms of it, the process you go through to compose your music.
Mm.
So I, I mean, like I can't even imagine. So
Yeah,
so.
it's been fun. And on my YouTube channel, I've got a new series called The Music Show. So it's
Oh, I
like I'm
see. Okay,
doing a bit
cool.
of music journalism. I'm doing a live stream. I've got it tomorrow night. So if you have any questions that you want answered on music, just send me a message and I'll answer them on the show for you.
Yeah, I would probably ask you more on the podcast stuff for the music component, right?
Yeah.
But because I
And
haven't done
so,
my, intros and
and that's,
outros properly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
that's what I've been working on. And I'm always keeping busy, as you know, and chasing success. But what about you? What success stories have you had lately?
well, we are working on a couple of things coming up in September and October, right?
Hmm.
And it's on the it's a fun stuff, right? Like
Hmm.
yourself, I'm going towards more creative stuff, and so whether it's art or we're talking about earlier, I think in the year we're talking about the NFT stuff. So those are
Mm.
the things that are coming. Because I look into a little bit more, it's actually quite fascinating, and we're still at the beginning of everything. So, if you're interested in that kind of thing, not only for your music but also other things, because the use for the business is actually really
Mm.
cool, and those are the ones that I look into, and of course, learning from the people who are programming and doing all of those things in the background to make these things happen, right?
Mm.
Is also quite an awesome learning experience. And of course, when we learn and we teach, and those are the best way to kind of like put it into our mind and understanding and building on all of those concepts, right? So, and expanding on it, right?
Yeah, I wrote an article on my Medium about NFTs in the music industry and my personal opinion about it. I was sort of objecting it, but I was also open to it because, again, it can get so complicated than what people want to make it out. I shared my experience. Have a read of it when you get a chance.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, send me a link, because I think my understanding is totally different from what is being taught outside. Because, if you dig down deep and the whole system of it, I came from the financial,
Mm.
kind of background, right? And so NFT is partly like similar to that. So in terms of exchanging, the concepts and understanding all those functions at the background of it is kind of quite integrative. And so we're looking at the new kind of things coming up on the market, the way things are changing, and what we're seeing now is so exciting. And so I wanted to, of course, in October, November, sometime we will be doing something to do with NFT. So that's an exciting thing. I mean, we are looking at, in terms of what kind of things that we can put in and put out, right, for people to be able to learn. Because in the beginning on the adoption of it is really quickly. So this is why it's exciting, right? New technology sometimes is really hard to. I mean, the beginner users are not as fast to adopt, but this one's 110% adoption, so which is really really cool. So something that I'm looking forward to sharing with you, of course, eventually, and it's gonna be really really awesome. So, yeah, that's one of the exciting things I'm working on, and of course, besides also the book that's coming up, and you know, yeah. Other
Mm.
than that, I was looking at your topic as well, of course, right? So it's something to do with what I'm doing. So it's gonna be very exciting. So, um,
Yeah, I just sent you my article on Medium.
yeah,
Have a read of
awesome.
it about
I will. I will.
NFTs.
Yeah, and then we'll discuss it next time because I think
Mm,
that would be an awesome conversation as well. And, probably towards maybe end of September or so, right?
mm.
Or
But what are
even,
you working on manifesting?
me, well, definitely a successful, year end, right? Because we are towards
Hmm.
now passing the half mark point, right? We're, going towards September now, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like, in the beginning we had discussed what we kind of maybe wanted to be able to spinning down the road within the year, right? And for me, in terms of bringing the success and bringing to life some of the things that I, you know, it's an ongoing thing, right? It's not just like in the beginning of the year you set goals and stuff like that. Yes, you have something in your mind, but it's
Mm.
just the you know, in terms of not only on productions and just the process itself. Just for me, just manifesting in terms of success, what I define as success for businesses and stuff like that, as well as
Hmm.
not only on um, to have success, we have to have like collaborations from all over, right? And whether it's here in
Mm.
Wisdom or from, whoever it is they need to be able to help us to the next steps as well, right? So that is part of the manifestation. That means, what road that we take already, I talk about the NFT and the people that came into my life is really like a top notch, one of the industry top people that are teaching this and also working together on ideas and collaborating that way, right? So it's that part
Yeah.
is the manifestation itself is an action, right? So it's always in the process, and so when you can, for me, it's focusing on enjoying the process and just the overall in terms of interacting and collaborating because that's what's needed to bring that success to happen. So manifesting wise, I'm there already, so that's how it comes to life, right?
Exactly. It's all about manifesting the life that you want, Sonia.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know.
I think when you come down to it, all of us want, I know it's gonna be cliche when I say the same thing, right?
Mm.
We want
You know.
all the things that life can bring us, and for those of us that have gone beyond like what we define as like monetary success, then we also look for something more, right? So there is always that addition of the more into the things, but sometimes the more you don't know and you kind of searching, and that's what I see your question is: how do you find your calling and manifest what you want, right?
Mm. That's it.
Yeah.
You
So
know. I mean, there's so many books out there, Sonia, on manifestation,
mhm.
uh, but we're always manifesting all the time.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, like, for me, is managing those four elements, right? The
Mm.
body, the emotions, the energies. Of course, once, like, what is manifesting, right? Everything, you first thought about is in your mind, right? And, you
Mm.
know, and we take, once you organize the minds, that means getting your mind into the set where it is going to be bringing forth, because to see it so clearly is the key, right, of what
Yeah.
you're manifesting, right? And to be in there already in 3D, right,
Mm.
it is the key, because once you can see, a lot of people are not clear on what they want. I mean, they're manifesting all over the place, right? And so,
Hmm.
and when they manifest and they, certainly had put that doubt in themselves, that's already saying a negative thing, but it's manifesting something else opposing to your manifestation. So that is the common thing where people's like, okay, I'm manifesting, but I'm not getting what I want. So those are the things that, when we talk about mind, body, emotions, and energies, but it does have to do with your mind first. When you organize your mind, then everything else aligns. And also, organize your mind, your emotions follows, right? Because what you think is what you feel as well, right?
Mm.
And so when you can have those things, and of course the energies also follows that, right? If you really think about the pattern of how it goes, right? So those are the things that you
Yeah.
have to really think about, and of course seeing it and being it, and if there's no resistance whatsoever into it, and if you can maintain that, let's say for 24 hours, those kind of things. A lot of people get distracted this here and there, and so that emotions and that energies are not maintained throughout, and so they find themselves, of course, on on manifesting different things, like I said, in
Mm.
opposed to what is this. And so the result that they manifest is maybe halfway or something like that, and not quite what they want, right? So,
Yeah.
I know it sounds a little bit interesting, but for me, it's like that, right? I mean, like in studying all, the Napoleon Hills, Dr. Joe Dispenza's, and whoever else in the law of attraction areas or manifestation kind of areas, right? I kind
Mm.
of like look at the overall, and there is a certain commonality in there, which something that people don't really talk about, and that's the central, the intelligence that's within that acts on all of these things once your energies is organized as well. So
Well, yeah, that's what it is about the law of attraction, and I guess people like Einstein admitted it. Um, Thomas Jefferson, Henry Ford, and you look back to Napoleon Hill. Yeah, it's amazing what you learn.
yeah, in my like, for me, it was like really. He broke down the steps. We look at the success, and he's done like over the 25 years that he took to study all these really successful people and to break it down into the steps on those things. I thought it was quite fascinating, and the thing is that these are more of the practical stuff, right? If you think about it, what is manifestation, right? Is it like a woo
Mm.
woo thing, or is it something that you take part of to be? So, however you take it, this is how, how, and the thing that he kind of bring it out there is how bad do you really want it? Is it's also drawn in, right, in terms of emotions and all of these things. So, that little pull. So
Mm.
it all comes in together, and once you can manage all of those things and combinations, it's just a beautiful thing, right? Just like you become that total manifestation of what you really want. And in many ways, it is beyond that, right? Manifestation is still, for you, is still physical, right? But if you can
Yeah,
access the other components of it, it's just, it's done quite, time is not a factor, right? So,
exactly. I mean, I did a few episodes on wisdom about manifestation during the Great Depression, or manifestation during, inflation as well.
mhm.
And I was just sharing my tips.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, different people have different views on these kind of things, but if you can, really, I mean, this is what I do as well, right? In terms of, I've looked into this a lot because one of the things that you know, we do the searches in life, right? The calling in life that you were talking about, right? But I find that in, um, all the searches, and if you can bring joy into your life, how beautiful is that, right? Into the
Mm.
process, into anything you do. This
And that's what
so
you want.
affects, yeah. And you totally forget about what you're manifesting, and it just happens naturally, right? Because it is about enjoying not only the life, the people, the everything that's around you. It's just a blend of such, beauty that life is about, right? And when you can have that and transcend everything else beyond, it's just an awesome thing, and it is a beautiful privilege to be in this life, right?
Yeah. Like I
I'm
said
talking a
before,
lot.
we own.
Sorry.
No, this is awesome. Like
So,
I said before, we only live once. What we do is, time is very, very short. And what we do with our time is, we can never get our time back.
yeah, I mean, like yeah, there's so much I can talk about, but of course I have to go back to the very beginning on, if
Mm.
we can show the example on what you're manifesting and stuff like that, then, that kind of thing, and bring forth whatever you're trying to do, right?
Mm.
Because
It's all about,
yeah,
you
there
know,
is more to what, but, it really depends.
of course, it depends on how you perceive yourself at the same time. And there's times this year feeling a bit down, so I'm doing a 30-day affirmation challenge.
Hmm.
I record my own affirmations and I loop it. And so every morning, 10 minutes for 30 days, I do my affirmations for the day.
I used to do it long time ago.
Hmm.
The thing is, with affirmation, it just like it's like a buzz into your brain. It distracts you from all the problems that, or the all your thoughts and busyness, right? It
Mm.
does work for a little bit, but there's something that is beyond that you can do, and
Mm.
this is one of the things I'm going to talk about in terms of, you know all of these things that you're talking about manifesting, because there is the process, and looking at all of these things that, or all the research that's done, not only on the sciences part, it is a science, by the way,
Mm.
and incorporating that, and it's just like, if you can put it all together, it is, yeah, it comes back to that one. So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting for sure, but I'll let you know when that's ready. But I have to go now. I hope that the audience will chat on these things, because it's quite fascinating. And when I did the discovery route, it's just, I found out really beautiful things. It's all that you know you want, and more. So
That's it.
yeah, thanks for having me,
Sonia,
Stephen. I just want to come up and congratulate you on your comic book. That's all. But here I go, talking about
you're
all these
welcome.
things. Take care, okay?
Sonia, you're an amazing, talented woman as well. Always love having you on the show and looking forward to hearing your success.
The pleasure is mine, and we'll talk more for sure. Okay, you
Hmm.
take care, okay? Bye.
Okay, bye. All right, that was Sonia. That's amazing. Always to have Sonia on the Stephen Shields radio show, all the way in Sydney, Australia, where I am recording this amazing show live on Wisdom. Really enjoying it at the moment and getting to find my calling in life as well. And always just keep on working, keep on. Content creation is the best. I love creating content and being an entrepreneur. I know in the beginning it's very hard. Like I said, we are going through, hard economic times in the world. I know I do like to talk about my politics. I've got an interest in journalism. Actually, before I never was interested in journalism, actually, but as I'm getting older, it's like, well, because when you're creating music or cartoons or podcasts, like The last thing I want to do is watch Joe Rogan or listen to a podcast, so I go and listen to Alan Jones. I don't know. I think it's because I'm getting older, 28. But that everyone's interest changes as we move on in life, Um, despite all the misinformation out there in the media, it's a challenging world. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the show right now. I'd like to thank all my listeners. Don't forget, Creation of the Universe is available on Bandcamp and hopefully be available on all the streaming services soon. Crazy Universe comics on Medium and Webtoons as well. And, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, share the Stephen Shields radio show. Follow me on Webtalk. Share any of your favorite episodes on social media. Give me a follow on Wisdom as well, guys. Keep manifesting the best life that you want. Keep creating the best content that you can. Forget all the criticism. Don't listen to all the negative people, all the negative press out there that want to put you down. People want to laugh at you because you're pursuing your dream. That's their problem, not yours. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be rich, building an empire, not them. All right, guys. Stay cool, stay blessed. Bye for now.